Hello dear friends, today we are here with the topic refraction of light, and in this chapter the ray diagrams, they are very important, and therefore it is a suggestion that you go for a good practice of ray diagrams, and all the topic will be well understood through the ray diagrams. So let's begin with the concept of refraction.
Hello dear students, today we are here to study the refraction of light, and this is a very interesting and important phenomena, and many different events which are occurring in the nature, they are based on this refraction of light. You can take examples like twinkling of stars, mirage, and the formation of a rainbow. They are based on the refraction of light. And the most important thing is that the working of our eye, it is also based on the refraction of light, and therefore it will be interesting to understand this topic. And now let's proceed to this topic with the can you recall type of questions. So this is a question from can you recall, and the question here is what is meant by reflection of light. So reflection of light, it is the turning back of light when it falls on an opaque surface. म्हणजे ज्यावेळी एखाद्या ओपेक सरफेसवरती लाईट रेज पडतात त्यावेळेस ते परत माघारी फिरतात, याला आपण रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाईट असं म्हणतो. अँड वी हॅव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड दिस इन द स्फेरिकल मिरर्स. स्फेरिकल मिरर्समध्ये आपण याचा स्टडी केलेला आहे. आणि मग सेकंड क्वेश्चन इट इज आस्क्ड हिअर. It is about a reflection of light. What are the laws of reflection of light? So there are different laws of reflection of light, that is the incident ray and the reflected ray, they are on the opposite sides of the normal. The angle of incidence, it is equal to the angle of reflection, and the normal, the incident ray and the reflected ray, they are in the same plane. These are the three laws of reflection which we have studied in the earlier standard, that is in 8th standard as well as in the 9th standard. Here there is an activity which is related to the refraction of light, and a transparent glass, it is taken here. You can visualize here in this image, and a transparent glass, it is filled with water. A pencil is inserted here, and it appears that the pencil is bent in the area or in the portion where it is dipped in water. And secondly, a 5 rupee coin, when it is placed in a glass filled with water, it appears to be lifted up, and this is due to the refraction of light. And then a question comes here, what is refraction of light? So light changes its direction, and this direction changes when going from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, and this is called refraction of light. And now let's understand this refraction of light in more details. Now here there is a diagrammatic view which shows the refraction of light through a glass slab. Actually the light ray, which is the red colored ray, it is the incident ray, and as light travels in a straight line, it should travel in a straight line, but it appears to be bent here, and the refracted ray, it is shown by a green color, and the emergent ray, which is shown in a blue color. The normal, that is a perpendicular to the surface of the glass slab, is shown over here. And in this manner, the bending of light ray towards the normal and away from the normal is called as refraction of light. And now let us see the laws of refraction. The laws of refraction are incident ray and refracted ray, they are on the opposite sides of the normal. And for a given pair of media, here the media, they are air and glass, the ratio of sin I to sin R, it is a constant. This ratio, that is refractive index n, which is equal to sin I upon sin R, it is a constant, and it depends on the velocity of light in the medium, that is the medium in which refraction takes place. And here there is a chart which shows the refractive indices of different objects or different substances. And here a very important point is to remember that water, it has a refractive index 1.33, and if you compare this refractive index to alcohol, it is 1.36. This means that water has a less refractive index as compared to that of alcohol. But a point to be remembered here is that alcohol has a less density than that of water, and therefore optical density and mass density, these are the two different concepts. म्हणजे लक्षात घेऊयात आपण इथे की अल्कोहोलची जी डेन्सिटी आहे ती पाण्यापेक्षा कमी आहे आणि तरी सुद्धा अल्कोहोलचा जो रिफ्रॅक्टिव्ह इंडेक्स आहे इट इज ग्रेटर दॅन दॅट ऑफ वॉटर. इट मीन्स दॅट ऑप्टिकल डेन्सिटी इज इनडिपेंडंट ऑफ दी मास डेन्सिटी. आणि या ठिकाणी आपल्याला आता जे रिफ्रॅक्टिव्ह इंडेक्स आहे त्याचं सिम्बॉलिझम इथे दिलेलं आहे अँड हाऊ इट इज सिम्बलाइज्ड that is given here. So refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first, it is equal to velocity of light in medium 1 v1 divided by velocity of light in medium 2, that is v2. And if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of the medium 2, it is called as absolute refractive index, and it is written as refractive index of the first medium with respect to the second, it is equal to v2 upon v1. And here there are three important statements related to the refraction of light in different media. So the first statement is, when a light ray passes from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Secondly, when a light ray passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. And third, when a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between the two media, it does not change its direction and hence does not get refracted. तर या ठिकाणी एक लक्षात घेऊयात आपण की दीज आर व्हेरी सिंपल स्टेटमेंट्स आणि इथे आपण रे डायग्रॅम्सला थोडंसं जास्त महत्त्व देऊयात. इथे आपल्याला स्पष्टपणे दिसत आहे की रेअर मीडियममधून डेन्स मीडियममध्ये जात असताना लाईट रेज दे आर बेंडिंग टुवर्ड्स द नॉर्मल. when they are going from a dense to a rare medium, they go away from the normal, and when they are perpendicular, they go in the same path or they follow the same path. So this is all about refraction of light. That is, when light rays they change a medium, that is they go from a dense medium towards a rare medium or from a rare medium towards a dense medium, they change their path or they change their direction, and this change in the direction of light when the medium is changed is called refraction of light. आणि एकदा हे रिफ्रॅक्शन समजून घेतल्यानंतर रिफ्रॅक्शनवरती आधारित असणाऱ्या काही निसर्गामध्ये घडणाऱ्या घटना आहेत ज्या आपल्याला इथे अभ्यासायच्या आहेत. अँड दीज फेनॉमेना, दॅट इज द नॅचरल फेनॉमेना, आर मिराज, then apparent position of the star, it appears at a slightly different position than the original position, then the early sunrise and the delayed sunset, then objects beyond a holy fire, they appear to be moving, and lastly twinkling of stars. So these are the phenomena which we are going to study here. Now let us study this natural phenomena one by one. So first is mirage. So what is a mirage? So the light rays coming from a distant object appear to be coming from the image of the object inside the ground, and this is called as mirage. So mirage, it is a phenomena which is observed in hot deserts or on hot roads during the summer seasons, ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये मृगजळ असं म्हणतो. तर हे जे मिराज आहे इट इज हॅपनिंग ड्यू टू द ॲटमॉस्फेरिक रिफ्रॅक्शन. म्हणजे ॲटमॉस्फिअरमध्ये जे एअरचे लेयर्स आहेत, layers of different densities, they are formed in the atmosphere, and due to the atmospheric refraction we observe the phenomena which is called as mirage. अँड द नेक्स्ट इज द ॲपरंट पोझिशन ऑफ द स्टार्स, म्हणजे जे स्टार्स आहेत ते आहे त्यापेक्षा वेगळ्या पोझिशनला आपल्याला दिसतात. ज्याप्रमाणे आपण इथे एक ॲक्टिव्हिटी पाहिलेली आहे की जे नाणं आहे पाण्यामध्ये टाकलेलं जे कॉईन आहे ते कॉईन आपल्याला वेगळ्या पोझिशनला थोडंसं डिफरंट पोझिशनला दिसतं. त्याच पद्धतीने हे अपरंट पोझिशन ऑफ द स्टार्सबद्दल आपल्याला सांगता येईल. अँड द रिझन्स बिहाइंड दीज आर change in density of air due to change in temperature. Atmospheric refraction हे महत्त्वाचं एक reason आहे because the density of air it is different and therefore the refractive index of air it changes continuously. So this is about apparent position of the stars. The next phenomena, as you can see here in this image, it is about the early sunrise and the delayed sunset. म्हणजे लक्षात घेऊयात आपण इथे की ड्यू टू ॲटमॉस्फेरिक रिफ्रॅक्शन द सन इज सीन ॲट अ स्लाइटली हायर पोझिशन दॅन इट्स ओरिजिनल पोझिशन. It means that the sunrise it is seen before the sun arrives at the horizon, and this is called as the early sunrise or the advanced sunrise. आणि दुसरं जे आहे ते डिलेड सनसेट. डिलेड सनसेट म्हणजे या ठिकाणी सनसेट होण्याच्या नंतर सुद्धा आपल्याला जो सन आहे सन इट अपियर्स ॲट द पोझिशन इन द horizon, and this is due to the refraction of light or the atmospheric refraction. We observe a delayed sunset. म्हणजे अशा पद्धतीने हे ॲडव्हान्स्ड सनराईज अँड डिलेड सनसेट आहे, हे आपण इथे लक्षात घेऊयात. Then the next phenomena, it is about the objects beyond the holy fire. They appear to be moving. तर एक लक्षात घेऊयात आपण इथे एक सहज मी एक जस्ट फॉर your experience, you might have experienced that while observing a movie. बऱ्याच वेळा मूवी बघताना सिनेमा पाहताना आपण हे पाहतो की फायर त्या ठिकाणी दाखवलेलं आहे आणि बाजूला त्या ठिकाणी जी काही माणसं वगैरे उभी राहिलेली असतील तर ती थोडीशी अशी हलताना आपल्याला त्या कॅमेऱ्यामध्ये दिसतात. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट इट इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ ॲटमॉस्फेरिक रिफ्रॅक्शन. म्हणजे तुम्ही हे पाहिलेलं असेल इमेज बऱ्याचदा. आणि मूवीजचं या ठिकाणी एक्झाम्पल यासाठी दिलेलं आहे की आपण सर्वच जण मूवीज पाहतो आणि मग हे एक्झाम्पल आपल्याला थोडंसं म्हणजे रिलेट करायला थोडंसं सोपं जाईल. ओके. And then the reason behind it is that the holy fire it creates a layer of different densities of air around it, and therefore the atmospheric refraction it takes place, and the refraction it occurs continuously, and due to this continuous refraction around the holy fire the objects around it appear to be moving, and this is due to the density of air as it changes and it forms different layers. The refractive index it goes on changing continuously. And lastly, the example is about twinkling of stars, and you may refer to the revision part 2 for this twinkling of stars because we have discussed this example in that revision part 2 video which we have uploaded it, and you may refer to it. Okay.
And now, with these examples which are related to refraction of light, we have completed the topic refraction of light, and now let's move on to the next phenomena of light which is known as dispersion of light.
So before going to the actual discussion of this topic, that is dispersion of light, let us consider some properties of light. And as you already know that light is an electromagnetic radiation, and therefore wavelength is an important property of radiation. The wavelength of radiation to which our eyes are sensitive is between 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers, and red light has a maximum wavelength, that is it is close to 700 nanometers, while violet light has the smallest wavelength and it is close to 400 nanometers. आणि एक महत्त्वाची गोष्ट आपण जी लक्षात घेऊया तिथे की whenever light travels in vacuum, the velocity of the light rays of all frequencies is the same. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस व्हॅक्यूममधून लाईट हा ट्रॅव्हल करणार आहे त्यावेळेस त्यांच्या सर्वांचीच वेलॉसिटी काय असणार आहे, सेम असणार आहे. All the frequencies they will have the same velocities, but when the light travels through any medium, then they travel with a different velocity, and therefore the refractive index of a medium is different for different colors when it passes through any medium. And whenever white light it enters a medium like glass, the angle of refraction, they are different for different colors, as you can visualize here in the figure. And whenever white light passes through a prism, it disperses or splits up into different colors, as you can visualize here in this diagram, that it is split up into violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red colors. And here the deviation of the red color, it is minimum, whereas for the violet color the deviation, it is maximum. And thus, due to dispersion of light, we get a spectrum of 7 colors, and therefore dispersion is defined as the process of separation of light into its component colors while passing through a medium is called dispersion of light.
तर अतिशय सिंपल असं हे डिस्पर्शन ऑफ लाईट आहे आणि अगदी लहान असताना आपण बऱ्याचदा स्केल घेतो आणि त्याच्यामधनं हे डिस्पर्शन ऑफ लाईट जे आहे किंवा वेगवेगळे कलर्स आपण ऑब्झर्व केलेले असतात आणि त्याच्यामुळे ही अतिशय सिंपल अशी ही कन्सेप्ट आहे. इट इज नोन ॲज डिस्पर्शन ऑफ लाईट. अँड नाव लेट्स मूव्ह ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, दॅट इज partial and total internal reflection.
So here, partial and total internal reflection may be well understood by visualizing this ray diagram. आणि आपण आधी सांगितलेलं आहे, आधी आपल्या लक्षात आलेलं आहे की हे जे रे डायग्राम्स आहेत ते खूप महत्त्वाचे आहेत या चॅप्टर्समध्ये रिफ्रॅक्शनच्या. आणि मग आपण ही जी रे डायग्राम आहे ती थोडीशी स्टडी करूयात. ही रे डायग्राम स्टडी करताना आपण इथे थोडासा एक चेंज केलेला आहे की टेक्स्टबुकमध्ये जे पॉईंट्स आहेत, वी हॅव मार्क दिस पॉईंट्स ॲज A, B, C अँड D. अशा पद्धतीने आपण ह्या पॉईंट्सचं मार्किंग हे करून घेतलेलं आहे. आणि लक्षात घेऊयात आपण की इथे पार्शियल अँड टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन या 2 कन्सेप्ट्स आहेत ज्या आपल्याला इथे स्टडी करायच्या आहेत. तर पहिली कन्सेप्ट जी आहे ज्याला आपण पार्शियल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन म्हणणार आहोत, इट इज सीन ॲट द पॉईंट्स A अँड B. तर A आणि B हे जे पॉईंट्स आहेत, हिअर अँगल ऑफ रिफ्रॅक्शन इट इज लेस दॅन 90 degrees. And then the rays, they are reflected backwards, they are reflected into the dense medium, that is water, and it is referred to as the partial internal reflection. And at point C, the value of R, it is 90 degrees, and this value of R, it is 90 degrees, it is called as the critical angle. And beyond this angle, that is at point D, we can observe total internal reflection, that is the angle of refraction, it becomes greater than 90 degrees at the point D, where all the light rays, they turn inwards or they turn into the denser medium, that is water, and therefore it is referred to as total internal reflection. So total internal reflection, it may be referred to as when all the light rays, they get reflected back into the dense medium. This is known as total internal reflection. And we can determine the value of critical angle, that is the value of critical angle, it is 90 degrees, by using the formula of the refractive index, that is refractive index of the first medium with respect to the second medium, it is equal to sin I upon sin R. Here value of R at the point C, it is 90 degrees, and therefore refractive index of the first medium with respect to the second medium, it becomes sin I upon sin 90 degrees, and this is equal to sin I, that is the angle of incidence. and this is because sin 90 degree it is equal to 1. And lastly, partial internal reflection may be defined as when light enters a rarer medium from a denser medium, it gets partially reflected, that is, part of the light gets reflected and comes back into the denser medium as per the laws of reflection, and this is known as partial reflection, and the rest of the light it gets refracted and goes into the rarer medium.
So this is all about refraction, dispersion, and partial and total internal reflection. And this is all for today. Have a good